Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about Mars in Pisces. So, what happens when the planet of drive, action, ambition, basically a go getter energy, is in the watery, flowy sign of Pisces? So, keep watching. Before I get started, I do natal chart readings, I do synastry chart readings, and I also do tarot card readings. So if you want any of these, you can contact me on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/VenusianScarp. You can drop me an email at astrolab111@gmail.com and I'll get back to you. I've recently started doing relationship advice. This is general relationship counseling. It's not really related to astrology. It can be any relationship, your parents, your children, your romantic partner, your friends, your social life, and basically any relationship. So if you want that, you can contact me. The links are in the description box below. I have a Zazzle store which is full of interesting merchandise, all related to astrology and very cool stuff. You'll find coffee mugs, you'll find t-shirts, you'll find lots of stuff on astrology there. So if you like that kind of thing, you can check it out. You can check out my Zazzle store. I have an Amazon bookstore. I'm a published author. I've got books on there. One is on fat loss, which is great if you want to get into shape, especially during this quarantine period. You want to get into shape. You want to look at what foods you want to eat, what kind of diet to follow, what kind of healthy lifestyle to follow. This book is going to cover all of that. And I have a book on poetry. So this is poems related to every single mood in the universe. So you can pick and choose whatever poem you want to read depending on your mood on that day. So check it out. Check out my Amazon store. Purchase a copy. You have it on both Kindle and paperback. So you can purchase whichever you like. There's a video up here that talks about my store on Zazzle and also about my books on Amazon. So be sure to check it out. Okay, so let's get started. Mars in Pisces. What is Mars? Mars is the planet of drive, ambition, action. It's the go-getter placement. It's basically how you go and achieve your goals. That's Mars. Mars is soldier energy. It's there on the battlefield. It's there to do a job. It's there to get the job done. That's the energy of Mars. That's why it's a fiery placement, and that's why Aries is ruled by Mars. Aries is the god of war. Now, when you have Pisces, Pisces is the softest sign in the zodiac. Before I start on this, I just want to say that you guys struggle with this placement. I'm going to tell you that right at the outset. And no hate against Pisces. I love you guys. I have a ton of Pisces in my chart too. Uh, but Mars in Pisces is a very difficult placement, and I'm going to tell you why. See, Pisces is a water sign. It's the last sign of the zodiac and the last of the water signs. It's mutable, which means it changes. Its symbol is the fish in two opposite directions. And Pisces is ruled by Neptune. What is Neptune? Neptune is the planet of delusions, illusions. It's this misty, beautiful, bluish planet. You really don't see what's going on there. It's full of mystery and elusiveness, and it's enigmatic. You basically can't get a hold of this. That's what Pisces is. If I had to describe Pisces energy, it's gonna be like mist. It's gonna be like mist, where you look at it, you want to catch it, but you can't. It's always floating around. That's Pisces energy. And they hate reality. Pisces hates reality. Pisces hates the harshness of the everyday world. That's why they like to escape. They like to escape through music, through art, through television, through substance abuse, through alcohol, through addiction. Not every Pisces in the world is, a substance abuser, but Pisces likes to escape. That can be escaping through any medium. It doesn't have to be through some kind of a habit like this, like addiction or something. But Pisces hates reality. Now, Mars is all about reality. Mars is all about you better face up to the job, you better get this job done, and you better get it done now. That's Mars. So when you have Mars and Pisces together, it's not going to mix. It's going to be a tough placement. You guys, you struggle on a day to day basis. I can already tell you that. See, it's not easy having your Mars, which is supposed to be this soldier, be this fiery energy, like going out into the battlefield and you know, have this checklist of tasks and just ticking off all the tasks and getting them done. That's Mars. When you have it in Pisces, Pisces wants to swim around. Pisces wants to go with the flow. It's a mutable sign. It wants to go with the flow. It doesn't really like to be told what to do. It doesn't like to face up to reality. Um, it hates confrontation. Pisces hates confrontation. They're the kind of people who will just swim away if you try to call out their actions or tell them that they did something wrong. They're going to swim away. They're not going to. They're not going to acknowledge you. That's Pisces. Now, when you have Mars in Pisces, Mars is all about sticking your head into the ground and just getting that stuff done. That's Mars. So Mars in Pisces, you guys really struggle. Like, you may have goals, and you may set goals for yourself because that's what your Mars energy is telling you to do. But then when it comes around to doing that, you may do it for a little bit of time, and then after that, you may get fed up and you'll be like, what am I even doing? And you'll start to zone out. Pisces tends to zone out a lot because they are otherworldly. Pisces energy is otherworldly. It's like in another dimension. That's why Pisces can get access to other realms, other dimensions, other spiritual possibilities. It comes very easily to them. A lot of signs can't tap into that, but Pisces can. That's their gift. Okay, that's a really good gift that Pisces has. But when it comes to everyday reality, when it comes to doing stuff, because Mars is doing, Mars and Pisces is going to struggle big time. Um, their ambitions and drives are going to be based on some kind of creative or artistic venture. And why do I say this? Because Pisces people are highly, highly, highly spiritual. Even if they don't want to be spiritual, they are going to be spiritual because that's the life that they have been put into during this lifetime. That's their placement. So they are naturally spiritual. Whether they like it or not, whether they want to tap into it or not, that's a different story. But Pisces is naturally spiritual. They naturally tap into the other realms, other spiritual realms. They can probably see entities. They are telepathic. They can be psychic mediums. That's the energy of Pisces. It's very flowing, it's very psychic, it's very spiritual. It's soft and strong at the same time. That's a paradox. See, Pisces is the ultimate feminine energy. That's why it's the wisest sign in the zodiac, the oldest sign in the zodiac. It's the 12th sign of the zodiac, which rules the 12th house of the subconscious. Okay, the subconscious mind, they are very powerful. Pisces is a very powerful hypnotic energy. Hypnotic because it's ruled by Neptune, which is all about fantasy. But Pisces is about fantasy. Now, Mars in Pisces cannot function with fantasy. Mars is about getting things done and action, having solid goals. Pisces is not solid, Pisces is fluid. Pisces is flowing. It doesn't settle, it doesn't stay in one ground, plus it's mutable, so it's flowing. So you already see the paradox there. On a day-to-day basis, like I said before, you may set goals, you may do it for some time, and then after that you'll be like, what am I even doing? And then you'll switch to something else, which gets you more interested. You get bored very easily. All the mutable signs get bored very easily. And when you have goals, if it's too harsh and if it's too routine-like, the opposite of Pisces is Virgo. Virgo is about routine and structure and blah blah blah, everyday schedule. That's the shadow side of Pisces. But Pisces doesn't like that. And Mars is about schedule. Mars is about structure and discipline. If you don't have structure and discipline, you can't achieve things in life. That's the paradox when you have a Mars in Pisces, because you're not going to like structure, you're not going to like schedule. You want to go with your own flow. You want to do your own thing. You don't want to be tied down to structure and routine. So that can be a challenge for you. You may have goals, you may have very big goals, big dreams in life, but on an everyday basis, when it comes to achieving them, you really struggle with setting your mind to it. Because Pisces rules the subconscious, and when your subconscious is flowing and mutable and watery and all over the place basically, and your head in the clouds, you can struggle with sticking to routine, sticking to discipline, and just getting those things done. You can be the type of person who hates to be told what to do. Like, you may be in a corporate 9 to 5 job, and obviously when you're in a job, you have to do the things that you're told to do because you're getting paid for it. That's what you have been hired to do. But as a Mars in Pisces, you're gonna be like, why are they telling me to do all this stuff? Like, I don't want to do it. Today I don't feel like doing it. Today I want to be creative. Today I want to be artistic. Today I want to daydream. That's gonna be your nature, you know. So your Mars is not gonna like Pisces, you know. The two energies are so different. Your ambitions and drives, if you are passionate about something, it's gonna be something creative. It's gonna be something artistic. See, Pisces are natural artists. I don't care what anybody says. Pisces is really good with the artistic medium. So painting, drawing, anything with color, because you know Pisces is such a vivid imagination. Their mind, the subconscious is so vibrant and so vivid. They have to express it non-verbally. They have to express it through a medium. They can't really talk about what they feel or what they imagine. They have to express it through something that shows it through colors, through an image. So if you have any projects that you want to do, or if you have any ambitions and drives, it's going to be stuff that's creative. It's going to be something artistic. It could be to do with music because you are a natural musician as well. You may not be a great singer because Taurus rules the throat, Pisces rules the feet, but you can be great at creating music, creating melodies, writing lyrics. Those are the kind of things you'll be really good at. So you are see, your fantasy, the niche that you fit into is the struggling artist, the creative slash struggling artist. You have a martyr complex. You think the whole world is against you. You think that no matter what you try, you can never be successful. A lot of Mars and Pisces think that way. They think that no matter what effort they put in, the world is against them. Like, it's a defeatist attitude from the start. And I don't mean to bash Mars and Pisces energy at all. I love this placement. Like I said, I have tons of Pisces in my chart. But that's the reason why I understand this placement so well, because I have this energy in my chart. And I get that frustration that you guys have, that every day is a struggle. You wake up in the morning, you think you're going to pursue some things, but then it all falls flat by the middle of the day, by the end of the day. You are changing, your personality is changing. You are mutable, plus you're water. You're so emotional, you're so intuitive. At the same time, you want to remain fresh because flowing water is fresh. You want to keep things fresh and interesting. So if it's a routine job, if it's a routine work place, you're not going to like it. You're going to actually hate it. For you, the best kind of work to do is something artistic, something creative, something that has a lot of variety on an everyday basis. So I'm thinking something like a graphic designer, musician, artist, painter, um, I don't know, somewhere you can express yourself, maybe even a makeup artist, because you guys are great with transformation, like turning yourselves into somebody else and turning other people into other expressions. So I think that is a great, um, work option for you. But anything that's routine and monotonous is not going to fit well with you. That just doesn't work with Mars and Pisces. You're going to hate it. You're going to think like all jobs are like this, and you're going to just get completely fed up and frustrated if you do something that's very routine and very structured. Um, See, Mars is to do with anger as well, anger issues, the way we express our anger. Now, Pisces, like I said, Pisces doesn't like confrontation. They actually hate it. They hate it like the plague. If somebody, there's a lot of times when Pisces can be flaky. They can be really, really flaky. They tell you something one day, the next day something totally different. That's because all the mutable signs are like that. They like to change things up. They like to, even they don't know what they are themselves. A lot of the times they struggle with their own identity. Pisces is no different. So they can be flaky. A lot of people can think that they don't stick to their word, that they're all over the place, that their thoughts are very scattered. So they're not the best in analytical thinking, but they're great with esoteric thinking, with unstructured thinking. Like, they'll get an instinct, or their instinct and intuitions are very strong. So they may get sudden messages from the universe, a psychic message that nobody else will be able to make sense of, but a Mars and Pisces will. And they'll just know it. And there's no reason, there's no logic, there's no explanation to that. They just know it. Because Pisces is not about logic at all. Virgo is about logic. Pisces is not. Pisces is all about uh, knowing. Knowing is knowledge without resistance. They don't have any resistance. Pisces doesn't have any resistance. That's the beauty about Pisces. They are soft and strong at the same time, like I said before in the video. It's because of this. It's water. Water that's flowing. The flowing water is the softest element in this planet. And yet it has the power to cut through rocks, cut through the most difficult of terrains. And that is the beauty and power of Pisces. So if they can harness this flowing, spiritual, feminine, instinctive, intuitive energy that they have and use it to channel their Mars, they are going to be so successful, it's not even a joke. Um, like I said, Mars is about anger. Now, Pisces doesn't get angry, they just escape. If they are done with you, they're done with you. They just don't want to see you anymore. And they're not rude people, they're very polite people. They're actually very nice. So they'll still be nice to you, they'll still be talking to you, but you'll notice an energy difference. They're not going to be as engaged with you as they used to be earlier. They are going to, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just that you're not in their zone anymore. You are in a different dimension. And it's like you don't matter to them anymore after that. So it's kind of strange because they're very emotional, but at the same time, because it's a mutable sign, they're not fixated like Scorpio, or they're not like clingy like Cancer. Sorry, I don't mean to say Cancer is clingy, but they do have that mothering slash nurturing slash be with me, give me attention kind of vibe. Pisces is not like that. Pisces can do without you. Pisces doesn't need you because they have their mind, they have their head, they have their imagination, they have this whole world of imagination, which is all they really need. And that's why Pisces rules the 12th house, which is about seclusion and isolation and, you know, places that are about these things like jails, like monasteries, like, uh, I don't know, any place that's secluded. So, Pisces, Mars in Pisces, you will do well in jobs that require you to work alone. You don't do well in group settings. You're very charming, you're very friendly, people love you, they love to be with you because Pisces energy is like that. Everybody likes Pisces. Nobody really hates a Pisces because they're very adaptable, they really know how to charm people. But for you yourself, Mars and Pisces, you're not going to function very well in a group setting. It's going to get too much, too real, too soon. It's going to overwhelm you. So, the best jobs for you are those where you get to work alone, where you're your own boss, where you get to set your own schedule. Because, see, you don't like structure every single day, you don't like the set, boring, routine stuff every day. You need to set your own pace. That's why working by yourself is the best for a Mars and Pisces. So, guys, that's my take on Mars and Pisces. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps improve my channel views, and you're just helping me out because I take a lot of time and effort to make these videos to give you knowledge, to help you out, understand your placements. So it would really help me if you give this video a thumbs up. If you subscribe to my channel as well, you can click on the subscribe button at the bottom of this video, and you can click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that whenever I post a new video, you get a notification in your inbox. So stay tuned for my next series. It's going to be on Jupiter. I'm done with the Mars series. Today was the last one. Next series is going to be on Jupiter. So stay tuned for that. And thanks a lot for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.